Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and we're doing more of these. So today we're going to be reacting to a new Cringe Compilation. Yeah, let's just get into it.
She's mine. You stay away from her. It's not her.
You know, the music is copywritten, and I don't know if I want to keep it in, and I kind of want to dub over something else, which is probably what I'm going to do. But I don't understand this. Is this like a dominance thing? I think it's a dominance thing, or like a defensive boyfriendism. He's just saying that she's mine, basically. But it's kind of funny because I don't know. Oh, I was trying to be evil, and then I've just summoned the devil. Amazing. I didn't think this would happen so quickly. Satanism, I guess. But no, dude, legit, what is this? Is this a pregnant furry? Are we actually on the internet with pregnant furries? Or is this some sort of, like, inflation fetish? I actually can't tell. I'm so used to DeviantArt and, like, the nightmare fuel that, like, went through my mind during, like, 2012 from DeviantArt that all I remember from that time was inflation fetishes. And also, you know what's weird? DeviantArt. I loved Happy Tree Friends when I was a kid. Loved it. I freaking loved it. I've always been demented in the head, and that never stopped itself at a young age. That only grew into some sort of perception of reality where, for some reason, cartoon characters killing each other and stuff was, like, the coolest thing ever to me. I don't know why. I grew up so innocent, loving Looney Tunes and stuff, and I guess it was just the next step. Like, Looney Tunes, but realistic. So I used to really love Happy Tree Friends for some reason, and I went onto DeviantArt and found this whole, like, fan base on Happy Tree Friends, and some of it was cool. It was, like, anime art. I was super into anime at the time, thought it was really cool, just the designs and stuff, but then there was all this fetish content of it, and, you know, I ended up in a chat with somebody who I think was very much older than me, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I've definitely told people in my real life. It was basically, like, they asked me, hey, do you want to roleplay Flippy and Splendid, which are, like, two, like the superhero and the, like, split personality person, and I was like, sure, like, you know, I don't understand what roleplay is very much, like, I didn't think it was, like, sexual. I thought it was kind of, like, just, like, fan fiction, like, cool storytelling. I was kind of a dumb kid at the time, and, you know, it was a weird thing, because they were, like, for some reason, I immediately, like, cock-blocked them every single time they tried to do anything romantic in the writing. So they were Splendid and I was Flippy. And they were like, oh, Flippy, you look so cute today. Did you get a haircut? And I wrote no. And I think they tried to, like, scoot closer to me on the fan fiction bench that we were sitting on and stuff. I don't remember. But I kept on cock blocking them, and then they left me alone and dropped the chat, which was, for a young child, kind of disappointing, but also probably for the best, because I may have almost gotten groomed in that situation. Also, who makes these suits? How did you make this suit? It's the one thing I've always been impressed with furries is them making their costumes. Like, some of them are actually very well built. They must be sweaty and hot as hell, and they must reek inside of there. But I have to say, some of the costume designs are impressive. So I have no idea how they make these. Now, this is just disappointing to my very soul, but bypassing the obvious issue here, I think that the costume designs for some of these characters is actually pretty well done. I'll tip my hat to that one, but not the fetish stuff, and being a furry is basically being fetishized at this point, so I'm not a fan, man. So, sorry about that, but good design on the costume, I guess. It is honestly no more or less cringy than a girl, or like a girl in a dress doing this, in my opinion. I don't understand what the connotation is with the music, because I don't go out and I don't know anything, and I'm a fool. But, regarding the dancing, I don't know, man. I don't have that rhythm, so I guess you do you.
As a furry, I love to drink water out of a hamster water bottle because it confirms my identity as an animal.
As a what now, sir? Oh, Jesus. This is why we get bullied, because people like you. I might as well just quit. I I've seen a lot. I'm already 23. I've been a furry since I was 7. I'm probably done. Thank you.
I would also do the same thing. I literally, I have pity for people who just wanted to dress up like animals when they were kids. Like, when I was a little kid, I dressed up like a kangaroo every Halloween until I was like 8. So, you know what? If it's an innocent thing for some, cool. But, yeah, there's something weird about, like, wanting to drink from a hamster bottle and stuff like that. I just don't quite get it. I don't know, man. I had a baby shower that I went to recently, and, you know, we were having to drink beer and or champagne from baby bottles to see who could get the most, and most people just cheated by, like, biting the baby bottle thing, but I was actually going freaking, like, whole-on deep-throating that thing, trying to get those contents out of there so I could win, because I'm very competitive and don't care if it gives me great shame in the future. But, I literally, I could only get so far. Maybe that would actually help me in my potential alcoholism, is if I, instead, just drank all of my liquor from, like, baby bottles or something, which is not probably what I'd ever want to do or think to do. I probably would never do it, though. I'd rather just be an alcoholic than a child. Also, being a child alcoholic, that sounds terrible. Bless your soul, by the way. I don't know what's going on anymore. Lines in the Twilight films that make me cringe.
Films that make me cringe.
Hold on tight, Spider Monkey. Fella! Hey, fella, come in, look up. Let's face it. I'm hotter than you.
I never watched Twilight. I think I watched the first movie. Never read it. Only watched, I think, the first movie when I was a little kid. And my older sister was a bigger fan of it than I was. I remember watching Vampires Suck and thinking that that was better. But I don't understand. Is this actually like a series of lines from the movies? Because that is fucking hilarious. Was that a real line? That must... If that was a real line, I hope those... You know, they all got paid really good money for making these movies. I don't care. I'd be that asshole who would just bring you Tico like, Oni-chan. One time I went to an anime convention and they wanted you to like cosplay a scene from an anime so you could like win like knickknacks and items and stuff, and I won this really cool like Annie Revo from Vancouver, this Annie Revo 2017 limited edition like Annie Revo little figurine girl, and to do it I had to put I went hard on that. I like made jokes in front of the audience. Like my attitude's always been the same, so I was like joking in front of them. And I started like running around. They wanted me to be that anime character that runs with a slice of bread in their mouth and is late for something, like late for school. And I took my key pass and I put it in my mouth and was like, oh my god, why are we running for so long? We were like in an enclosed space and we had to keep running. And I'm like, where's the school? Where's the school? So I was the cringiest kind of kid. Like, you should not let me in an anime convention, but I scored a bunch of free shit, so I didn't give a fuck. And I was poor as fuck at the time, so I would have never bought it. I don't think I even bought one thing from that convention. I think I literally just got a bunch of free shit and left. So, it was a vibe. But, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to do this. I would just be like, Oni-chan, suck my balls. Is that Guar? I think they're listening to Guar. Am I wrong? Guar's a vibe, by the way. Went to Blue Ridge Rock Festival and I saw Guar live and they sprayed us with like fake blood and piss. I still have the shirt actually. One sec. What they suggest you do, basically. So what they suggest you do is you go to Guar, but you wear like a white t-shirt. So I wore this to Guar, and it still has a couple of the dirt stains on there, all the fake blood. It rained as well, so it like got like rainy and wet. I still haven't washed this, but I haven't worn it since either because it's kind of destroyed. You're not supposed to wash these kinds of things after, apparently, so I never wanted to wear it again. But it was fun. There's like fake blood, fake piss all over it. You know, for some reason, metal and like rock and stuff, like it's a vibe. Everybody there was drunk and high, but a fucking like a Bud Light was like $8 there. No wonder why they got boycotted. But like, dude, honestly, like if that's Guar, and I could be wrong, it's a vibe. Also, not bad on the makeup. Like, I don't really see this as too cringy, but maybe that's just because I'm like into metal and rock and stuff, and I'd be like, you know, tip my hat to it, you know? But, it's a vibe. But, you know, that's just me. I don't know. I'm weird, so I getcha.
Happy birthday, dear Christopher.
I thought that would be way worse, honestly. I don't know, man. I don't feel too offended by that. I also, though, you know what? I was never considered the class clown. I was always considered the funny kid in class, but I also never showed up, so I was kind of the funny fuck-up who, like, obviously had home issues. I was considered part of, like, in my younger years, part of the gamer group, never showed up to school, and always had the school on my ass about not showing up to school. I didn't have a very fun time in school, if you can't tell, but, hey man, I was funny, so, I got away with it. Class clown, though. The class clown in my school, we had a couple, and they would have definitely done this, so it is, you know, it's definitely a 2012ism right there. Also, I have to ask, how do you twerk? You know, I'm not supposed, I don't have anything there, so this isn't going to be an inappropriate video, because I literally, there's no butt. Like, come on, guys. Like, what would I twerk, right? But, like, isn't it all in the spine? You're supposed to, like, bump. Yeah, you know what? If that raised the sub count, by the way, I will laugh. But there's literally nothing here, so what can we raise? I'm really ashamed of myself. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna leave it in there. I have no shame. I have no shame. It's the internet. Why would I be ashamed at this point? Why would I be ashamed? What's the point of feeling shame when you know that you're already a disgrace? May as well just be honest about it. Whoa, 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 I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know you could detach your balls. Jesus Christ, that's actually impressive. You know what? That's not a bad cosplay. I gotta say, the cosplays here, not too bad. I know that, you know, it's a little bit weird, but, you know, My Hero Academia. I actually haven't seen the latest season of My Hero Academia yet. I do have to watch it. I have a serious question also. I'm the kind of person who will watch English dub because I usually like to multitask or do something else, or I'm sometimes too buzzed to actually read the subtitles. Do you guys find that dub is offensive to the original piece that is the sub that you can read while you actually listen to the original, like, sounds, or, you know, or the original, like, vocalists, or do you care? Because I really don't care. I've listened to both sub and dub, and, like, I'm not too bothered in either direction. There are some that are obviously bad, but, you know, like, some dubs are obviously garbage. But, I don't know, man. I wanted to ask, because personally, when it comes to anime, I'm indiscriminate, and also base myself off of convenience, and I don't really always have a lot of time to, like, watch and read an anime. If I'm going to be doing it, I'm going to be doing something else. Like video editing. I might go and watch it while I video edit. I have a bunch of videos to edit, so I'll probably be actually doing that while I'm editing. Sorry, wait, who is this? I don't know who this character is. Who is this? I don't know who this character is. But anyways, I don't feel like this is that bad of a cosplay setup, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I think you can tell I'm still sick, but oh my god, I was gonna say, they're not that bad, they're not that bad. You know, the comparisons are kind of funny, but they're not that bad. But what the fuck is this? Honestly, I can die happy now. Every now and then, these cringe compilations actually do increase my serotonin levels, and this was that. So thank you so much to whoever cosplayed this. Anyways, that was the video. Tell me what you think in the comments below, my people. What do you think of the cosplay? What do you think of furries? What do you think of the cosplay, the furries, the whatever? I don't even know anymore. But that was the video. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Yeah. Slater.